Hey. Instead of saying Mandalo. Boom, forget that. Our guest this evening is a house and techno. Welcome back to the Power Podcast with myself, Sai Chan. Our next guest today is a Manchester house and techno producer. He was one part of Mandalo, and I tip this guy for big things in the future. It's Jack Morris. So please welcome in Jack Morris! How you doing, buddy?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, good, man, good.
Good, man, good.
Oh, so here we are.
I know.
Finally, we've been talking about this for ages, haven't we?
Ages, mate, ages.
But yeah, so...
good to get it done.
I know, we're studio partners now, aren't we?
I know, studio partners, mega in here.
And yeah, it's
mega.
It's so hard to get hold of the studio, especially on this floor. But,
yeah.
We're all lucky, really. So,
let's do it.
All the people that don't know who you are, tell us a little bit about yourself, like music-wise, DJing, productions.
Well, obviously my name's Jack Morris, as you already said. 23 years old, 24 in January. Yeah, music's going well at the moment, man.
So you was one part of Mandalo.
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 Yeah, we got in a bit of in trouble by a Spanish woman interviewing us for pronouncing it wrong too much, but
yeah.
We call it Mandalo because
right.
We're from Manchester, so we're keeping that.
So you was part of Mandalo, but now you've gone solo.
Yeah.
You've got releases on Repopulate Mars.
Yeah.
What are the labels?
So I've got Repopulate Mars coming up. I'm on a VA on that. Got Street Tracks, which is coming. I think that's coming out next few weeks. That's the next release.
Right.
Just had that release on Sink or Swim, which is obviously a bigger American label. Who else now?
We'll get back to that.
Stashed. Yeah, Stashed. And then there's two other labels that I can't really mention right now.
Okay.
Big labels though.
Right. Okay.
So
cool.
Next year is looking good, and one of these labels, because nothing's been confirmed with them yet. That's why I'm not saying it. But one of these labels is they put on a lot of events, so
right.
you know it's good getting in with them.
Wicked. Speaking of events and that, it looks like we're going to be heading into another lockdown, which is shit.
Yeah.
I reckon it's going to happen because they've already planted the seed, and apparently the officials are writing up plans for it and shit.
Yeah.
So has that affected your gigs? Well, obviously you had many gigs cancelled and shit.
Yeah, I've had about 4 or 5 cancelled since like in the lockdowns and stuff, and you know it's pretty shit, but it is what it is. Everyone's in the same boat.
Yeah.
You know.
Just as we thought it was all over and
better, getting back into it now.
Then we get slapped with this. I didn't even know about it. I was in work and it was Trace that told me about it. It looks like heading into another one. I was like, shit, and then I looked it up and was like, fuck.
Long as this New Year's Eve party's not cancelled, I'm not too arsed.
Yeah. Well, I think it will be, like from Christmas, I think it will be. They're talking about 2 weeks, aren't they? Circuit breaker.
Yeah.
But then they're going to review it. But you know what always happens? They'll review it and the case is going up, then they'll extend it.
Yeah.
That's my birthday gone out the picture as well. Yeah.
We'll still do something for that.
Yeah. So one thing I wanted to ask you, I touched up on this with Louis Siri as well. Being a producer, even when I was DJing years ago, I always wanted to be on an agency. But like I didn't know anything about it, so just for the guys out there, up and coming DJs, producers and whatnot.
You know what? I get a lot of people, a lot of like upcoming DJs now, because you know I'm with a really good agent and underground artist.
Karl.
It's Karl, yeah.
Shout out
Karl. Done loads for me. Appreciate it a lot.
Underground artist.
Legend, Karl. Yeah. Anyway.
So how did you get on that?
I got on it through being in Mandalo. Because Alf's dad, you know, he knows quite a lot of DJs and stuff. And and Alf's James's godson, James Barlow out of Solardo. Yeah, he's his godson, so obviously I think he used to be with Karl, James and Mark. So he got us in with Karl.
Right.
And then yeah, just went from there. But Karl's been amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's had big artists on his roster. Like he had Clooney, if that's how you pronounce it.
Clooney.
Clone. I'm sure the Americans have a different name for it as well. Because he's out there now, and he's touring in America. I think he just signed to Paradigm, which is a big one.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's Martin
Ilkin. Is that
it's not got an L in it.
Is it not?
Ikin or Ikin.
We shit at pronouncing names.
Oh mate, I'm the worst. I nearly forget my name sometimes.
We'll call him Ilkin. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, he's got Will Taylor. He's amazing as well. Space Jump Salute, I think his tracks are mint as well.
Yeah.
Like, he's got loads of mint. Dale Howard got proper good talent on that agency, but I guess mine was through like the contact side of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, big things to come with me and Karl.
Yeah.
Big things to come.
So you got in through contact. It is hard. It is hard to get on. But what I've learned is you don't chase agencies. Let them come to you.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't know that.
100%. So what I'd say to everybody that's like struggling and like is panicking about getting a manager or an agent, because I've had 3 managers like over the last 7 years, and they've all been like really helpful and stuff. But I've always had to take it to the next step, which like that's why I've like kind of had to leave them. But I've got a big love for them because they helped me through a lot as well.
Yeah. So how did managers come about? For people that don't know.
So managers, they should come to you as well. I mean, unless you're lucky and you message them some of your tunes and like show. I suppose it could be done that way. You could get a playlist of all your best tunes together, and then send it to a manager.
Yeah.
And if they can hear talent in it, I don't see why they wouldn't. If they know you're going to work hard, I don't see why they wouldn't sign you on.
Yeah.
But yeah, you've just got. It's just music's a waiting game, and you've got to have patience with it. And as you know, you got to have patience with it, and you've got to, as long as you're trying hard, believe in your own music, like try and make it more unique. This is what I'm trying to give advice to like a lot of people that I'm teaching at the moment as well, because I'm doing lessons, and I'm telling them you need to just try and keep your sound unique. I put a post on Facebook the other day about it as well. Had a few whiskies, but
yeah.
But yeah. Just keep your sound unique. What sounds good to you, keep it that way.
Yeah.
Obviously with mix down and stuff, you learn that like over time, but
yeah.
it'll come. You've just got to keep trying. You've just got to keep trying. The moment you stop trying is the moment you're not going to be able to get a manager out.
Yeah.
Because that's what they're looking for. They're looking for people that work hard and can produce a final product and get on these labels and stuff, because it's all about labels at the end of the day. Go on, sorry, mate.
Do you know when you produce, do you produce for certain labels? Because obviously every label's got a sound. So just say if you wanted, so do you just produce a track and then once you've done that track, you send it out to labels, or do you think, right, I want to get on Repopulate Mars, what's their sound, I'll make a track for that. I want to get on this, that, I'll make a sound for that. Or do you just produce your sound and then
I used to do that probably about 4 years ago.
Make a sound for a label.
I used to try and like I'd reference a track and not copy it, like like a lot of people, a lot of DJs that will not be named do that.
Yeah.
But you like I didn't feel like it was helping though, because you end up focusing too much on like that sound, so you try and you end up just recreating that sound,
and you're not making your own,
and you're not making any original stuff. So people have heard it before, And if you like, making original music and just using your own synths and like just your own creativity and not having even a reference track. I mean, you can use reference tracks for like, getting the right time like breakdowns and build ups and stuff. Use it for that. Like, I think that's a good idea, but don't think it's a good idea aiming for certain labels. I think you should just come out with whatever sounds good on the day.
Yeah.
And then, over time you'll have a bunch of tracks ready to go, and you'll start noticing you're getting in like a sort of a pattern where they're all starting to sound a bit similar but unique because it's your sound.
Yeah.
And then, you will get labels that really like it because it's unique. That's what they're looking for,
Yeah.
innit?
Yeah, 100%. It's like when Solardo started, they had their own sound, but do you know what happened with them? That but when that sound came out, it was like more or less it was a powerful bass. It was like bass line led, wasn't it?
Oh yeah,
bottom end.
Heavy bass.
But did you realise what happened? I won't say no names, but a lot of artists started copying that sound.
Oh, everyone did, mate. Every man and his dog.
Big fucking producers.
I'm not gonna lie, I was doing it for a bit, but yeah, top lads, James and Mark. Like, James helped me an half out so much, and he's even helped me now. And like, I message James still, and he does listen to my tracks, take time, and he wants to get me signed on Sola again, again.
Yeah.
But Mark's a top guy as well. With me and Alf have been to his
new gaff.
His absolute mansion with it.
It's
so nice.
We went before it was done up.
So it's only 4 minutes away from my house.
Is it?
It's just down the road. Dead nice. So, and then he's got his studio. He's got his studio like
above the garage, innit?
No. He's. Oh
it is
above the garage. Cause you go up the stairs, don't you? Through
them.
that. Oh, it's mint though, mate. Mint though.
Yeah.
Love it in there.
So one thing I wanted to touch up about you, because you've had problems in the past in the industry, and it's a big subject this, but we'll touch up on it today, is mental health in the music industry.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I've been through my stage with it, and you recently, last year, have gone through yours, and it's a big topic.
Yeah.
Drugs in the music industry.
Topic.
Drugs in the music industry. So do you want to just let everyone know, like, what we're talking about?
Yeah, do you want me to let them know my struggles first, or just my opinion on it?
When we
story a bit, yeah.
Yeah, when we say drugs in the music industry is like
you're surrounded by them.
Yeah, and then the effects of it, the effects of touring, the effects of gigging, and
pull it down a bit.
And the consumption of narcotics.
Yes,
and where that leads to in the effect of it, and
yeah, man.
As I just said, you've recently last year just had your problems and come out of it.
Yeah. So I've been doing them for like years, since like I was in like year 11, about 9 years ago, or something.
What drugs?
Everything, mate.
Really?
But like there's some that are a lot worse and more addictive than others, which I'll get into. But because I've got anxiety as well, struggle with social anxiety. It's not as bad as anymore because I've come off the drugs, so it's not as good. It's not as bad anymore, and it's a lot more hackable. Like why am I now doing this? Like I wouldn't have been able to do this a few years ago because it got bad. But yeah, it's just it's people. The music industry is just, there's so much drugs getting about, and it's so hard to avoid them. And I think it's the younger people. I know I'm going on to opinion here. I forgot, but it's like the younger people like coming up, like like a few years younger than me, who are getting into music and stuff, and then they think they have to follow what the other DJs doing, like their idols and stuff. So they're out with them, supporting them and stuff like that, or watching them. And these DJs are getting off off the tits. So like, you know, it's like it puts it in their head that like, you know, if I want to be a DJ, I need to start doing drugs. Or like, I mean, I'm sure it's not like that for everyone.
Not every DJ does that. But
no, not every
some,
DJ, but there are a lot. There are a lot, and but not just DJs. Like, you know, the whole music scene, people around it, and you know, some people can hack it, some people can't, but it can really badly affect your mental health, as it did for me.
Yeah.
And I struggled with it really bad. Like, I think I'd be a lot further on with my music now if I didn't start getting in a cycle of doing drugs, because it's caused a lot of problems over the years.
Stop you producing, or did it stop
Your
creativity?
creativity just goes. And you know, one of the worst things I was addicted to, and the longest addictions I've had, was Valium, so diazepam. But I wasn't doing it recreationally because I enjoyed it. I was doing it because of my anxiety, and it was just like, when I did it, it's like an escape from the anxiety.
Yeah. Just KOs you
Well, my tolerance went up that much on it because I was doing it so much, like doing it every day for like 4 years. So, you know, my tolerance went up that much. It take me about 50 to feel it now.
Yeah. Fucking
But
hell.
that's why I'm buzzing. I'm off the drugs. But another really bad one. This is the one that made me realise that I needed to pack it in. Was Ket. Ket, yeah. Doing that every day for a month.
Shit.
Morning, lunch, dinner, you know, just before bed, then go out for a joint, because that's the only thing that would get me to sleep. I still smoke weed now, but that's only to get me to sleep.
Yeah.
Like, I don't do anything recreational.
Yeah.
Like, I've not done for ages, years. I started off doing it, obviously, with my mates and stuff. It was a laugh.
Yeah.
But that was in moderation. Then but I've got a very addictive personality.
Yeah.
So that's why I got in a very bad cycle of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ket, it just clicked with me one day. All my mates, like, you know, I can't thank them enough for it, to be fair. There's a few that, like, you know, really, really helped me out with it, and have been there for me for years, and, like, you know, completely understood it. So yeah, I want to say thanks to them. Yeah, I'm in a much better place now since I've stopped all that shit.
So the drugs started your anxiety?
No, I don't really know what started the anxiety, the social anxiety. I think it was always because I was a bit of a cock in school. Not a cock in school, the cock of the school, that sort of thing. I was always...
I was a cock in school.
Edit that. Keep it in, it's funny.
I loved cock in school.
Oh, you're making it worse now. No, but... Oh, God. But, no, yeah. I was always like the cock of the school and stuff. The cock of the school.
Not loving cock in school.
But, yeah. What are we talking about? It makes me laugh.
Are you anxiety?
Oh, sorry,
I said, do you think it was the drugs that started your anxiety?
Yeah, no, it definitely wasn't the drugs that started my anxiety. They didn't help, obviously, but I already had it before, like, in school. Like, when I was in high school, I'd never been good with presentations, never was good with girls or anything. Like, you know, it wasn't too bad during them times. I went to college, you know, I was all right there, but I still couldn't do the presentations and stuff. You know, mate, you get up and do these fucking presentations.
Yeah.
I hate them. That's like my nightmare.
Yeah.
But, well, it was. But I don't know. I think it might have just been past events that I can't really, like, remember, or I couldn't, you know. I don't really know. It's a hard thing to, like, you know, find the problem of the root cause of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But once the anxiety was getting a bit worse, because I left college, the second year of college, just because I was an idiot. But I was getting bad grades and stuff like that. And I started working for my dad as well. And, you know, we used to watch Game of Thrones half the day in the office because he owns business. It was just me and him. So sit there in this office watching Game of Thrones. But I think it was partly being like isolated from everyone else. I'd just come from college, you know, like however many years in schools and stuff, always surrounded by people. And I went to just be in an office for a year or whatever. So that's when I decided to do DJing. Get into DJing because I remember I went to my first event and it was Eats Everything and might have been Joris Vaughan at Albert Hall, and I hated tech before it. Hated tech, hated house, hated any dance music.
No way.
Went there, got off my chops. Came out, I was like,
I love it.
Get me some decks. I was like,
Brilliant.
Get me some decks now. And then next thing I knew, I had decks about 2 weeks later. I was not mashing up tech. I was just wording things wrong today. Yeah. But no, got proper into tech, and it just became my life. Like, all I wanted to listen, because I used to, my main like music, my favourite music always has been because of my dad and, you know, my granddad, who passed away like quite a few years ago, but he got like me and my dad into like music, like indie and rock and stuff like that, like, you know, David Bowie, like Beatles and stuff like that. So they've always been like quite big inspirations to me. I think they helped me with my music a lot as well, because of how like original they were. It make, like, you know, because they're such inspirations, it makes me want to be original as well. That's why I'm going for these sounds. Like, obviously, give me a big shout out on Insta and stuff after this. But if anyone wants to hear it, but that's why I've been putting all these weird sounds in and stuff, like, because I've just been trying to get like keep it as tech and house, but try and get as far away as what other people are doing at the moment.
Being original. Because
original.
There's a lot of music out there, it just sounds the fucking same.
You go through.
It just sounds the same.
I mean, no offence to like a lot of artists, but because there's a lot of very, very good, talented and unique artists on there, but like if you're just scrolling through, and this is another tip for like, you know, upcoming DJs, like if you're just scrolling through Beatport Top 100, a lot of that sounds the same as well, because it is popular music, that sort of stuff, and it's getting a lot more commercial. Well, I don't know if you've noticed, but if you're just going through Beatport Top 100 as when you're picking your tunes for your sets, like, you know, everyone's heard them. You're not being original, and like it's the same thing with making music. Like I try find them in loads of different places. Like, I'd search everywhere to try and find stuff that, like, you know, has had like 200 views or something. It's just by some like Russian guy or something.
Yeah, we listen to a lot of like a lot of sets really because we love our really underground or more industry. Yeah, lesser known artists. Like there's a label in Romania when I was releasing my own music. It was one of my favourite labels. It's called Leon Music. Really fucking underground label. I'm not sure if they're actually still going, but if you listen to their stuff, I fucking love it. It's just stripped back. It's like minimal, really stripped back tech house. And I've actually got an EP on there. We love stuff like that, just lesser known labels.
That's what I like when I come across, like, you come across gems when you go proper looking. Yeah. Like, you know, for like my uncle, he's another thanks to someone, but he's helped me a lot as well. But he's into like drum and bass, but he's got thousands of ripped vinyls from like the 90s and 80s. Or, I mean, I'm too young to know when they came out and stuff, but he's got loads of ripped stuff that you're not getting anywhere else, and he's got them all on MP3s now. So he's going to get them on my this hard drive that we're going to be using. So we'll have all of them on it, and the samples in there, mate. He showed me some of them. you've never heard him before, because like no one's ever like used him. Everyone's using stuff off YouTube, like down YouTube converters and stuff. I mean, which is fine, like, because if you can make a tune sound good, get a crowd going, and fair play, go for it. But
Splice, I use Splice last, fucking really good.
Splice is mint. I mean, Splice is where I've got most of mainly vocals from on Splice, because I quite like, you know, I've got a lot of sample packs for like drum hits and, you know, effects and stuff. Cause
I've given you quite a few, haven't I?
Yeah, you've given me some good ones, and the kicks as well. Mega them
got
kicks.
Loads more of them.
Mega them kicks. There's this one kick that this guy's got though that I heard, and it was like it was such a nice kick. I'm never gonna forget it.
No, I'm gonna say sample it.
It's Mark from Solardo.
Is it?
He's showing me now.
Sorry, Mark. He's nicking your kick.
So next time, Mark, or if Alf can get hold of it, because Alf said if he gets hold of it, he'll send it me straight over, because we were both like, Jesus, that's a kick. And Camel Fat gave him the kick, because he asked him for a really nice hard kick, and Camel Fat gave him the kick. But it's fucking the nicest kick I've ever heard in my life. I never thought I'd like a kick that much. It's just a drum.
Which track is it, or do you not want to say?
No, it's not a track.
Oh, just a kick, right?
It's just a kick.
I thought it was off one of the tracks, right?
No, but to me it was music, because it was just a weird, different sort of kick, just really nice, and it could fit in with anything.
Right.
If you wanted a lighter bass line, bit of a subby one, if you wanted a more higher frequency one, it's just perfect for it all.
So, what's your plans over Christmas? Are you gigging anywhere soon before fucking we're gonna get locked down?
I thought you meant like curries and that.
No.
No. I've not actually got any gigs over for next few weeks. Yeah, I've not even got any really booked in for January at the moment, because I've got promoters waiting to see how because obviously after leaving Mandalo I've had to start kind of over again. I've still got my tracks on Beatport and iTunes stuff and Spotify from 2 years ago, but that Sink or Swim release, that was my first release as Jack Morris again, the new Jack Morris.
Yeah.
The new Jack Morris with one R.
Yeah, but we only had one R. It's MORR.
Yeah, that's not how it's spelled. But yeah, what are we talking about again?
Gigs.
Gigs, yeah. Promoters are waiting. For Karl said promoters are waiting to see how my next few releases do. Yeah. And the Sink or Swim one did mega. It got to 32 in the Tech House Beatport charts, which is a massive thing for me, especially especially as I've not got the biggest of followings and
start somewhere though.
Well, that's what I mean. It's because I've started up again. But I know it's going to be. It might take a while, but I'm in no rush. I'm 23, you know.
Still young, mate.
I know. I mean, James and Mark, they were in.
They were there. It was about 5 years ago. So they,
absolutely smashed it. Them two, haven't they?
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
But you couldn't pick two better lads for that.
Yeah,
both top guys.
Yeah,
but,
definitely.
Yeah, but
got a lot of big plans coming up. I've got one for you, right? So, a lot of artists, they're saying they're not going to release the big bombs until next year, until things start picking up. What's your take on that? They're sitting on
for big labels.
Yeah. So, what's your take on that?
I've actually had a word with Karl about this.
Do you agree or disagree?
I disagree.
Right.
Because these big labels, they take a long time to get your tune released. Apart from Versus, Green Light, Red Light, whatever it's called. It's a tune, by the way. But they put that out straight away. But I think it's because, obviously Squid Game had just come out, so everyone knew what it was about, that tune, so they had to get that out there. But the Repopulate Mars would have been waiting for ages, mate. Yeah. Yeah, possibly we've got South Saturn in the pipeline now, which can't really talk too much about. But
so you would say just get your stuff out there. Just don't wait.
Just get your stuff out there, because the thing is, if you carry, it doesn't even matter if it's for next year and you want it to come out next year, you're gonna keep progressively making better songs than you did before anyway. So if you're making, like, say, even 2 tracks a week or 1 track a week, then by the end of the year, all this time you've been waiting, like, you've got like 40, 50, 60 odd plus tracks there that are probably going to be better than these ones you've been saving. So just get them out. Get them out, even if they're not on the best labels. But I mean, always aim for the biggest labels. And then when they've had a listen, you can see when they've had a listen on SoundCloud. Some get back, some don't. But you can just check on SoundCloud when they've had a listen to them. And once you know that they're not going to take them, because they'll either download them or send you an email back. So once you know they're not going to take them, then you can start just going for another label, and it can be a long process. Like, you know, you've got some you have to. I'm waiting. How long is it now? I think it's a month now. For Insomniac Records, if you've heard them, doing really well at the moment. But I've got to wait a month for them to just have a listen to it. So I've got to hold them tunes back. But as soon as labels now, like, you know, don't want the tracks, then I will put them in I'll just send them straight off to another label. Because no point in waiting about with your tracks. Absolutely no point. So yeah, I do disagree with it.
Right. Because we've had, what's the names, but do you know some of the lads in this building?
Yeah.
They've said, because I said, like, oh, have you got any releases coming up? And they've said, nah, we're going to wait till next year. And I was like, why?
Is this like AJ though?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I didn't know if they were, but yeah, there's a few others in the building as well. And I've thought about it, and I've thought, yeah, I get that strategy. Because just say we're in lockdown now and you get a number 1, the clubs are shut. Do you know what I mean? Because usually when you chart high, that's where the bookings come in. But if you chart high and now in lockdown, there's no bookings. So I want your take on it.
I fully get that. The only thing I'd say is I'm sure you've been speaking to bigger DJs. Yeah. Like, that have already, like, you know, they're going to be getting gigs regardless and stuff. And like,
do you know what? Yeah, good point.
Like with smaller DJs and stuff, you need to just get your name out there. It's not about getting your tracks played. Like, I had my track played by Martin Garrix the other day. I was absolutely bored. Really? Yeah, everyone will see it on my Instagram. Right. No way. But every single person.
Yeah, Martin
no, I'm joking. But yeah, Martin Garrix played my track. John Summit dropped it.
Right.
But that wasn't like, you know, seeing them live. Solardo have dropped my tracks a few times. But it's not about that. It's just getting your name out there when you're an upcoming producer. It's like, if you've already, like, you know, got a big name for yourself and everyone knows who you are, like, you can wait. Yeah. But yeah.
That's good. But I never thought of that, what you just said.
Yeah.
So that's a good one. That's because the Ghost production just died off for ages.
Yeah.
Everyone's saying, oh, they're waiting for next year. But what happened then is, like, I've been producing my own stuff then I've got my own sound back.
Yeah, you're mega, mate.
Because, like, a point on ghost producing, so when I'm ghosting for someone, I'm making a sound that's not mine, so I'm making that sound, and then when I sit down to make my sound, I'm fucking making that sound, and it takes me ages to retune my ears.
Yeah.
But because ghosting died off, well, apart from recently, but when it's died off, because I've not been making anyone else's sound, I've been making my own, so that's what the new tracks that you've heard.
Yeah, they're mint then, mate. They're mint. I'd get them sent off.
Yeah, me and James Turner.
Big label tunes, them, you know.
You
big. Oh, I wouldn't sit here lying to you, mate. You know.
Yeah.
But big label tunes, them, mate. Honestly, I'd get them sent off.
Did I show you them both?
You showed me all of them.
Right.
You showed me quite a few.
Yeah.
And they're all sick. And then the one you put in the group chat the other day, that was
that
mint. I love.
Drop top.
Love that one.
Face mask that I like.
Face mask that you like. They've made one called.
I don't know the name. Face mask.
Yeah. Do you know what?
Drop top face mask.
Drop your top face mask. I call it face mask because there's actually a vocal in it that I got from Splice, and it just fitted in so well. And she happens to.
Release it now though.
I know, yeah. But there's a vocal in it. There's a woman just talking in it, and she's actually talking about a face mask. but I didn't even listen to actually what she was saying. Just the sound of it just fitted bang on the
Oh
track.
mate, I'd buy a track called Face Mask.
yeah. Got to get it out. But Turner, he's the manager of. Joshua Brooks used to be manager of Sanchez.
I
Sanchez a
remember
beef.
You've done Sankey's and Clukey, haven't you?
Years. Yeah, I used to play Sanchez once a month and warm up for Clukey in the main room.
Yeah.
Well, they were good days before I had my fucking my episodes. That's why I stopped DJing.
Yeah.
But when I stopped DJing though, I fell into production. Ruth it. If you check out Beatport and type in Ruthit, Ruthit, Karl Hanley, he like sort of took me under his wing and I learnt so much from him. He's such a fucking talented producer. And then I released 1 or 2 tracks and then I made a track for somebody and then the word got round and it started just from there, snowball from there really.
So what were the Clukey days and Sankey's like?
Oh, it was sick, mate. Like warm-up sets.
I used to go to all the free parties they did there. Best days of my life.
Oh yeah, it was.
Everyone dropping pills,
getting
off the nuts, but it was just good vibes, wasn't it? Like, it was always a belter of a night. Like, you never got any dickheads in there or anything. Like, I think a big thing at the moment. Sorry, I'll let you get back to your point.
No, go for it.
But I think a big thing in the music industry at the moment is that's like kind of killing the scene off a bit, in my opinion, is everyone going out just doing ketamine and just zombifying people in the raves. Like they can't even dance. The only thing they can do is that. Or that.
Remember when me and Trace went to, it might be even our last night out, I think it was, Albert Hall. This girl was getting carried out. Fucking, now she must have been about 21, but she looked about 90.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, she's fucking K'd up. Remember, she was getting taken out.
Yeah.
By the doorman.
But yeah, I think that's it's killing the scene off. Not the scene, the events.
Kills the energy.
Not all. No, I'm not saying all events, but like the bigger ones like Warehouse Project and like Parklife, all the main like tech stages and stuff. And I'm sure it's with other music, but I just don't ever see them events. Yeah. But everyone's like, oh shit.
Sorry, mate.
Shit me up there.
Oh, my bad. Let's put it on silent.
Filming a podcast.
Turn your phone off. Just get that time in it.
But so everyone's just zombified and phones as well.
Yeah.
It's like, why can't you just go there? Because I think people go to a lot of people, the majority of the people that go to these big events now, like not the intimate ones, because they're all like in it for the music and stuff. Yeah. But these big events,
more popular ones.
Yeah, everyone's there. Just like I could stay at home and watch a whole DJ set just from Snapchat. Yeah. One person's Snapchat. I'm there like, you're not there for the music. You're there to get off your head and film it and like you let everyone know how good of a camera angle you've got. Yeah. It's mad.
We just ignore them all, don't we?
But there are events that aren't starting to do no phone. There's quite. I've seen quite a few where like all over the country trying to like do no phone policies.
Do what they do in Berlin and just ban phones from clubs.
Yeah, in that Berghain. Did they do it there?
Tracy's been to Berghain. You've been to Berghain, haven't you?
They took my phone off, mate. Taped up my camera and gave him my phone back.
Oh yeah, they tape your camera up, don't?
What's stopping people from like?
So that no one filming in the club.
What's stopping someone from taking their?
No. Have you seen the bouncers? Have you seen the bouncers?
Yeah, you're still with the bouncers there.
Hey, they've got that main bouncer. I watched a documentary on him. He's a dead nice guy, normal guy in the day. And then at night he just because he just turns people away, doesn't he, if he wants to?
Yeah.
But like that's why it's like he's made it a lot more famous than it is, and like a lot of people love him for it. But like you have to like if you come over as like a foreigner, you have to like fully like follow the rules of just walking through the door sober. Yeah. You have to do it in a certain way apparently.
What were people like in the queue with the smashed up going in? Oh, you got guest list of Berghain. Tracy Berghain, fucking hell.
Nearly 40 minutes. minutes.
Was it good though?
Has it?
Yeah, amazing.
Alright.
Amazing.
So this anxiety thing, a massive topic.
Yeah.
But we're going to do a podcast solely for that because recently you know that I had an episode at Pete Zorba's event, which I'm still very, very sad about now. For all you guys that don't know what happened, Pete Zorba, Kluki, passed away, and he had a gathering of the music industry, friends and family, and I've been looking forward to it for so long. I turned up and I had a massive anxiety attack, and I rarely get them, but it happened to me that night. There was loads like that I could say that led up to it, but so I had to leave, and I'm extremely gutted. That's where did I meet you that night? No, I don't think I did. But
No, you didn't, because
No.
I was sober. So
you was there though. Yes, looked like a lot of industry was there. Solardo was there. One part of Disclosure was there.
Yeah, Solardo was there. Solardo were there, weren't they?
Yeah, and then I brought a few people as well that I've not seen for a long time, and I had to leave because of that. And what's happened from that is I've opened up about it, and then so many people have just come forward. I've got it. I was like, wow, many people.
That's what happened when I opened up on
Yeah,
Facebook
you opened up to
about it.
me. When I told you about shit, I had a
Yeah.
massive anxiety attack and I had to leave. Then you opened up to me and I was like, shit. So what's happened from then is myself and Paul Coleman, who's part of the Kluki family, we're starting this organisation. It's called Drop the Ego. So a big shout to Rachel Coleman for coming up with that name. And Tracy's going to get involved in it as well because you've had your issues. So it's basically a platform, a supportive platform for artists in industry with anxiety that suffer from a bit of depression, especially the effects of long term of taking drugs and stuff like that.
That's a great idea, mate.
Just to support the industry, but it's coming from people.
It's a big conversation that though.
Oh,
isn't
it's
it?
massive.
Like I know you're running out of
Yeah.
time with this, but it's that is a big thing that I'd like to talk about as well. It's a really big thing. So when you start doing that, I'm 100% on that.
Definitely.
Because it's about spreading awareness and like people that watch your videos, like they can get bigger and bigger over the years and stuff. So you
Talk about it.
Yeah,
exactly. And they might then message, whoever's on the show or whatever, or you, or anyone that likes to do with it. Might just start messaging you. And, if you can help one person, I think that's a massive thing.
Definitely.
If you can help them through it, like I try and help as many people as I can with it because I know how like bad
horrible,
it
innit?
affects you, how much it can get in your head.
Yeah.
And like, the drugs, like, it weren't my choice, but they were my choice, but I didn't want to ever do them. Like, apart from the start when I first started going out with my mates and stuff, but then it just got to a point where I just didn't want to do them.
Yeah. But then it was hard to get out of it.
Yeah. Oh, once you're in that loop, mate,
it's hard. It's
impossible. But, not impossible, obviously, because I've come out of it.
Yeah.
But
it becomes a habit. It becomes like like if you don't do it, then it's not normal to you. If you don't do it, you've got to carry on that cycle. But this Drop the Ego is just forget your ego. It's all right to talk about it, and open up. Even like Adam Guy, our past guest, he was telling me that he had it. I was like, bloody hell! I was like surprised who actually suffers from it. So it's just going to be like supportive platform for artists.
Yeah.
And, is it? Right, well, Jack Morris, studio partner. We're going to be doing some stuff in the near future.
100%, my man.
Me, you, Matt Jenks, Louis Siri, James Turner,
Yeah.
getting on something big. For everyone out there, how can they contact you or listen to your music?
Instagram, my people.
What's your
Instagram.
What's your Instagram?
You are getting
Instagram.
Instagram,
What's your
sorry.
Instagram?
Got carried away.
What's your Instagram?
Jack Morris _music, and then all the link. If you've got Instagram, and then you just type in Jack Morris on Facebook, I'm sure I'll be right at the top.
Yeah, with 2 R's, not one.
Yeah, but Jack Morris DJ is my DJ page on Facebook. But if you want to see all my other socials, then I've got a Linktree link on my Instagram.
SoundCloud.
So yeah,
We'll put the links in the description below.
Cool, man.
So-
Yeah, I'd really appreciate it if anyone could follow me too. Like, it helps everyone, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It helps everyone.
Respect, Jack.
Cool,
Nice
man.
one, man.
Thank you for having me on the show, man.
Anytime. Peace.
Enjoyed it. Peace.
Is he here again?